myself to realize that, you know, the government is doing its best to suppress my existence. The government knows who I am. They know why I'm here, but they're doing their best to suppress me because good public, good publicity or bad publicity is still public, and it still could be very, I guess you would say, dangerous for them. So I will be suppressed. I'm not allowed to be known any kind of way. I find it to be very quiet. Doing the things that I'm doing or saying the things that I'm saying in general, you know, you be arrested or found or your picture be on the news or something. Whenever you do something that's a so-called a threat to the government, the dark Masonic rulership, as that's my term. I don't know. Maybe someone else used that term, but yeah, all presidents are dark Masons. That's why things won't change. Uh, they create a problem. They're unaware. Go, oh my God, and they go, we have a solution, and things don't change. So human trafficking, drug trafficking, weapons trafficking, the things we can't solve in the world have been going on for so long, is because CIA involved. FBI mainly dark Masons. Um, I mean, ain't really much to say, but just that I'm being suppressed. But which I understand. I don't judge humanity. I don't judge humans, so I understand why things are the way they are. I would try to suppress myself too if I was going to affect the order of things. Because when truth speakers, you know, we affect the order of things when the majority starts to pay attention. So there aren't any really truth speakers or liberators. There's the CIA and Dark Masons. It's just put out there, and they know people are waiting. People are feeling, you know, helpless in a world because being enslaved, and you just put out someone that's popular, and you get all these followers, but that takes tabs. It keeps, um, you know, the control. I don't have much to say. I don't be here only long, you know. As you can see, I'm not AI generated or anything like that, or, um, you know, I know people say, oh, AI generated or clone or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm none of those things. I don't have nothing to prove because I did my work and everything I had to do. You know, the former master's teacher did say, when I read a book when I was a child, and I read in the book, he said, all we need is one child, one pure child. And then this can, you know, things can change or whatever, or even have a start. And I was reading, I was young, I said, wow, that's like a clue to all the different clues I've seen in all the books about my, I guess you say, appearance or return or something. So I'm still learning. I pick up things along the way. Um, that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah. So I'm being suppressed, and that's okay. And it's the reason why. You know, no one's allowed to speak the truth at all. It's probably like 3% of people that are able to make videos or talk about the government or conspiracies at all. Everyone else is just pretty much CIA and Dark Masons. Because it works. If you think about it, if you're unaware and you don't know what's going on in the world, you're born into a world that's designed for you. So leaders and these public figures are put there for to keep things in order. I mean, many know that to some degree, but the reason why many feel helpless is because the majority feels like they can't do nothing about it. But it's just really just voting. When you vote for a system that's going to make the rules and the wages and control the economy, I mean the economy and all this foolishness, then we just become a victim to all these things that so-called is happening. Humanity knows what to do. All of us, we know what we need. The survival, it's not even survival. That's basic needs. There's no such thing as survival. If you want to survive, survival is you go in the woods and you use your training to survive and be healthy. That's survival. Paying for food and paying rent and to eat, that's not survival. That's just basic needs. That's basic. But the dark Masonic rulership turned that into survival. So now we gotta survive. So there's no survival. What is that? That's just a rulership. That's just man-made laws. I was gonna make a video, but I was convinced that maybe you should just make one. I kept hearing just do something. Even if no one hears you or listens to you, but at least do something. So I decided just to take it upon myself, you know, to put myself just to say something. You know, it's not about popularity and all that stuff. I don't care about all that stuff. I had to get over all those things first. Um, you know, to become to master myself. That's pretty much it. You know, I'll just wish the best for the world because that's what I'm here for. I don't know what else to do. I can't do anything else but just listen and just feel what the population or what the collective is feeling. You know, I just hear and feel everything, and I go, okay, well, I'm not going to say anything unless someone's questioning or a group, you know, some of my people's questioning or wondering things. So it's sad that I have to stay hidden in plain sight. Cars driving around, you know, I speak to people. But I understand if I'm not supposed to be seen by certain people, then I'm not going to be seen. Like other master teachers that existed. You know, I don't want to say names, but we're here for a specific reason. So there's a prophecy that, you know, someone's going to pop out of nowhere, the one. I guess what they call the one or whoever. To help humanity get a nudge. Because I know I'm only one person, but I know it's enough because, you know, the Most High, the creator of all things, not God, because we're all gods. We're just enslaved gods or sleeping gods. Human beings are sleeping gods. And the other gods that have advantage will take advantage of other gods. And that's just how it's always been. But when you know, I mean, I'm not here to preach religion either because when it comes to all faiths, I respect all religions and faiths, even though they may be all have the various degrees. You could be a Christian and be a dark Christian. I've seen it myself. I've watched, observed a Christian take advantage of others just by understanding guilt. So you can use the Bible and read and use it as a spell and have control over people because you know they're full of guilt. So you could be a dark Christian. You could be a dark Buddha. You could be at peace, know others not at peace, and manipulate them. You could be a dark Islam or Muslim. You know the knowledge, they don't know the knowledge. You can take advantage of them. So knowledge, spirituality, religion, that's how I look at it. It's what you do with it. Because knowledge is power, but what are you going to do with that power? So it doesn't matter what your belief system is. It doesn't matter if you're Hindu. You could be a dark Hindu. It doesn't really matter. It's how you use the knowledge to heal yourself and share with the world or whatever case may be if you choose to. So that's why I said dark Mason, because I know when people hear Mason, they get scared. I said, well, that's just another, I'm not going to say just another, you know, belief system, but just to make it simple, another belief system or spiritual system about knowing or self-knowing. But you can take that and manipulate others because they don't know. That's anything in life in general. So knowledge is power, but it depends what you do with it. It's your intentions. Do you want to have power over others, or you want to have power over yourself so that you can make it through life? Self-control, inner balance. But it's up to the individual. So you can't say because someone's, you know, a Christian or Buddha or whatever that, you know, or whatever case may be, all these other systems, that they all of a sudden, oh yeah, we're cool. No, it's but what you're using knowledge for, because when you study all spiritual systems of all kinds, even religion, it gives you some kind of knowledge of power. How you use it with others is what's next. So, you know, when I say dark Mason, I'm not talking about just the average person or whatever, whoever. When I say average, that studied Masonry, Freemasonry, or whatever, you know, like any other person. Some people read the Bible and they study for years and they become more advanced because it's up to them and their level of the mental state. So it's not about Mason this, no, it's not that. It's how this person, these people are using what they know that others don't know to control or manipulate things. So, you know, so with Christianity, you use guilt. You can do that all day. You can walk around and say, yeah, you did this, you sin, and people would bow down to you, and they don't know you're your slave now. I've seen it. Or shame. Or Islam is fire. Shame, mental. You can just put people a lot of shame, and have power with them, and then look up to you. You know, the power of guilt or shame. That's religion. So, for example, yeah. So, I'm just taking time just to say something because I don't know. I don't know what might happen. This video may do something 5 years from now. I'm not rushing. I'm not